Hello again, everyone, and today we're back in my kitchen. I have another recipe that I want to make for you, and this recipe I found on another YouTube video creator's channel, and it looked really delicious, so I thought that I would give it a try. So let me set the tripod down and show you what ingredients you will need to make this. It's called, I think she called it a cheesy chili noodle casserole bake, because you start it on the stove and then you actually put it in the oven and bake it. So let me set the tripod down. Okay, now in her recipe, she had homemade chili. But I didn't have any homemade today, so I've got these cans of Armor chili that I found on sale at my store for 98 cents a can. And I'm going to use 3 of them. Her recipe called for 4 cups of chili, 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, chopped up, a package of hot dog, chopped up, which I've got, noodles that I've already got cooked and ready to go to save time for the video, 2 cups of cheddar cheese grated, and then you can also have the onions chopped if you like. She didn't put onions in hers, but that was because she already had in her homemade chili a bunch of spicy ingredients and stuff in there, and she didn't feel like she needed the onions. Since I'm using the canned chili, I'm going to add the onions to mine. So let me take you over to the cook stove where all the action's going to be happening, and we'll get started on it. You put a little bit of oil in a pan, a large skillet, and if you're going to add the onions, you go ahead and add them to your pan to saute and get them started. But if you weren't going to use onions because you already had homemade chili that had all the ingredients, then you would just put your hot dogs in here. But I'm going to start off with the onions. Get them going really good. Okay, the onions look like they're ready enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the hot dogs. You put the hot dogs in and you cook them till they're a little bit brown. You're basically just heating the hot dogs up. But you do want to get a little bit of color on them. And then you have to remove these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove them and put them in a cake pan because they're going to go right back in the recipe once I get the rest of it added in there. Okay, the hot dogs are ready. And I went ahead and washed out my Tupperware bowl, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. After these got a little bit of brown in them, see? Just a little bit of color. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the Tupperware bowl to save. You take this stuff out of your pan. Onions got a little bit darker. I could have probably did less cooking on them and then adding the hot dogs to them. Okay, I think that's heated enough. Now you add your cream cheese in. Cut your cream cheese up into blocks. And the girl that did this, she said you don't, if you got this in the icebox frozen, you don't even have to thaw it out before you put it in here. You know how you usually bring it to room temperature and let it get soft? Because the chili is going to melt that. And it'll be soft when it's in the chili. So you don't even have to, let it come to room temperature. I did. Mine's been sitting out for about 30 minutes, so that's just going to give it a little bit more of a boost too. Then you let that heat up. Then you add the hot dogs back in. Actually, the hot dogs is supposed to go in before the cream cheese, but I don't think it really is going to make a whole lot of difference with it. These dirty dishes in the sink, just so long as everything's incorporated all together in here. And then after the cream cheese gets pretty well mixed in with this, then you're going to add your regular cheddar cheese, and you're going to add about a cup of the regular cheddar cheese to it. Here's my regular cheese. And I don't have a cup measure, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball estimate what I need in here. Because I like a lot of cheese anyway. So I'm not going to complain if I get a whole lot of cheesy goodness mixed in here. And you mix this all up. Smelling really, really good. Then after that's all in there together, you're going to add your noodles. And the noodles that you had pre-cooked for 6 minutes, you pre-cook them, and she said about a half a pound. So then you add your noodles in there. Just kind of stir it around. Mix it all up together. Then after this is all stirred together and mixed, when you put it in your pan, you're going to put some more cheese on top of that. So altogether you use 2 cups of the cheddar cheese and an 8-ounce block of the cream cheese, or a whole block. You don't have to cut it in half or nothing. You use the whole thing. That looks like that's pretty good. My little dog's down there. I think she's wanting to go outside. Okay, then once you get the regular cheese mixed in there, and then you add the pastas, you're going to put it in your pan. And she used a 9 by 13 baking pan. So that's what I've got here, the big pan. What I call a cake pan. Because when we were growing up, that's the kind of pan my mom cooked. Okay, Jade, I hear you. You hold on just a minute. My dog's bothering me to go outside. So I'm going to turn the burner off. And, oh, that's heavy. Try to pour this in here. And y'all see that? I hope you can see this. I'll hold it up for you after I get it in there for you to see. Just a minute, Jade. Hang on. You want to go out? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You want to go out? She does. She wants to go out. You do? You want to go out? All right. Then you put all in the pan like this. And then we add another cup of cheese on top of that. Which I'll probably put more than a cup on it because, like I said, I really like cheese any way it goes. So it doesn't matter if I got extra cheese on it. Just have all the extra cheesy goodness. And then you put it in the oven, 350 degrees for 45 minutes. So I'm going to load it into the oven. And here's what it looks like with the cheesy topping. I'll bake it for 45 minutes in the oven. And when it gets finished in the oven, I'll come back and get you and look at it, and we'll see about a taste test. And I got to let my dog out. Where you at? You want to go out? You want to go out? Huh? You want to go out? You do? You want to go out? My baby want to go out? Huh? She's ready to, she's wanting to go out. You do? You want to go out? All right. I got to take my dog out. Be back in 45 minutes. Okay, everyone, I'm back. And with the casserole, it is out of the oven. It's still hot. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see it a little bit, but I'm not going to do a sampling of it because, like I said, it's still very, very hot. I want to wait until it cools down before I do. But this is what it looks like after it's done. It's quite a large casserole. This will feed me for the whole entire week. I usually make these casseroles, and then I section them out into small Tupperware or Cool Whip containers, and then that's my lunch for the whole entire week. So thank you guys very, very much. Thank you for coming back to my channel today my hair's sticking out, to watch my baking video. I really enjoy doing the baking videos because I love to eat and I enjoy cooking, and I definitely enjoy making the videos for you. So I'm so glad you came to visit with me today, and I thank you very much. Anyone new here, I would love it if you would join my channel and be a part of my YouTube family. And thank you guys so much for supporting me, and just come back and see me any old time. Bye! I just want to come back on here and tell y'all a couple of things. First of all, the casserole bake thing cooled down, and I got to try a little bit of it. Oh, it's so good. I made like 6 leftover bowls of it that I have in my freezer right now that I'm going to enjoy next week. It is really, really good. Y'all need to try it. In fact, I think I got a little bit on my mouth right there. And the second thing I want to tell you, my dog's down here. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. This is kind of scary. When she was interrupting me in the video, and so I stopped after I got everything done and took her outside to let her out. And she stepped down on the top step, and there's ice, freezing rain we had last night that froze and turned to ice on the steps. She stepped down on the top step and slipped and tumbled down the next 2 steps and landed on her side. That's how bad it was out there. If that had been me and I had fell, I would have probably cracked a bone for sure. She went ahead and went down into the yard and did her business. And when she come back up, she even had troubles walking back up the steps. It was so iced up. It scared me. I mean, I didn't even, if she'd gotten down there and couldn't get back up, I don't know how I would have got down there to get her to step on the ice. So I really need to throw like some salt or something on the back steps so that it makes it a little safer. But anyway, I wanted to come on and tell you all that the casserole was excellent, and I have some pictures that I'm going to post at the end of the video so you can see what it looked like, and stay tuned for those, and thanks for visiting. Bye, y'all.